Hello guys and welcome back to Makeup FOMO. Today we are doing a tutorial on the eye look that I have on right now using the e.l.f. Mad for Matte Jewel Pop palette. This is their newest installment in their Mad for Matte family. I absolutely love these shadows. I love the whole Mad for Matte line. I actually have a video that I posted right when the Mad for Matte Smoky, is that what it's called? Smoky. I have a whole video on that I'm going to link down below. It's one of the first videos that we did. So it's not one of my best, but I really do love these palettes so much. This is what this one looks like. So as you can see, there's a ton of really fun colors, and then there's also some just neutral basic shades on this side as well. I love the shade selection in here. I think it's so different for a colored palette. I feel like a lot of palettes are either all color like rainbow or they're all kind of more everyday, but this has both. You can definitely use half of it for your everyday look, or you could throw in a little bit of colorful looks in your everyday look, or just do a straight up colorful look. It has so many options in here. The looks are limitless. I did have to throw a shimmery shade that obviously isn't in this palette because this is a matte palette, just because I love a little bit of shimmer in my looks. I don't often do a fully matte look. These palettes retail for $10, which is incredible. It's literally $1 a shade. This formula is one of the most pigmented blendable formulas that you can find at the drugstore, especially for the price tag. I seriously don't know how e.l.f. does it, but these shades are incredible. I just love working with them. They're so easy to use. The packaging is so tiny and sleek. It's very thin, it's very small. There's just not a ton of extra packaging. The mirror in here is incredible. It's a very good quality mirror, and even though it's pretty narrow, obviously it's only this big, but it's the perfect size to do your eye makeup in, because all you really need to see is, this top half of your face. I use this mirror to do my whole look, and it was perfect. I absolutely love it. This is the box that it comes in case you're curious if you're at the store looking for it. You can definitely get this at the e.l.f. store, which is where I got mine. You can definitely order it online. I don't know if it's come to Target yet. Probably not, because it takes a little bit longer for e.l.f. products to roll out to Target. So as you can obviously tell, the look I did today is using this green shade, which is just so freaking stunning, and it's so pigmented. You'll see when we get to the demo part. It's amazing. I'm actually wearing my Eagles jersey today. It is a Super Bowl Sunday, and I'm repping for the Eagles, so I thought a green look would be appropriate. Don't hate me if you're not an Eagles fan. It's before the Super Bowl, so I don't know who won yet, but obviously once this is posted, we'll already know who won. Don't hate me if you don't like the Eagles. I know there's a ton of people that are anti-Eagles fans, they hate the Eagles. And to be honest, I'm not much of a football person at all, but I live in New Jersey, so Philly is an hour from me, so by default, I'm kind of a Phillies fan. My family are Phillies fans, so I'm repping today, and I use that kind of as inspiration for this look. I have not dabbled into a lot of these other shades yet, but I am so excited to do a bunch more looks with this. I can literally think of 10 different looks to do with this already. So if you guys want to see another look using this palette, I would obviously be happy to do it. I'm so into it. These are just such good shadows. You cannot go wrong with this palette. I'm telling you, it's that good. So without further ado, if you guys are interested in this look, then just keep watching and let's get started. Okay guys, so we are going to get started. I am so excited to use this palette. So we are going to just get started. I already primed my eyes just with some concealer and then set it with my face powder. All I have on my face so far is just foundation, concealer, and powder. I still have to finish the rest of my face because I'm looking hella pale right now. But I'm just going to start as I usually do with just this cream shade, just to set my lid and give us a nice even base for the rest of the shadow. These e.l.f. shadows are so pigmented. This shade, this cream shade, literally blocks out anything that you could still see through your concealer. So it covers up your veins. It gives you just a really nice base. So the next shade I'm gonna grab is the second shade right next to that cream one. It's a really pretty pukey brown. I love those kind of shades, and I think they look so good in the crease. You see that? It's a yellowy brown. I love those. The Jaclyn Hill palette has a shade kind of like this. The Kathleen Lights palette, also with Morphe, has a shade kind of like this. I just love these. I'm just diffusing that pretty far above the crease and a little bit below the crease, just so it's everywhere, so it transitions with the rest of the shades we're going to use. And then next, with a slightly smaller crease brush like this, I'm going to use this fourth shade in the palette, this nice cool brown. And I'm just going to kind of keep this a little bit lower than that original shade, mostly in this outer area, and then just a little tighter into the crease. These just blend so nice. You see how I just basically did like 2 swipes and it's already like blended into that other shade? And I am bringing this pretty much all the way through my crease to like the inner part. Mostly focusing it out here, just kind of dragging whatever is left. I think what I want to do with the green is like a halo eye so that it stands out. I don't want to put it like all over my lid because that might be a little bit too much. So then with my Urban Decay just like shadow brush, I'm going to grab that green. It is so pretty. I mean, all of these shades are so pretty. So I'm packing this on the outer portion and the inner portion right here. Do you see how pigmented? This is literally 1 swipe and you get that much payoff. Like what? I'm just going to use the very, very tip of this because this gets pretty thin, and I'm just going to drag that literally right through the crease to connect the 2 halves. You guys know I usually use my finger to do my lid shades, but these shadows are so pigmented that you don't even have to. The reason I use my finger is to get the most color payoff, but these shades are just so pigmented that you get a ton of payoff even with a brush. And then again, just connecting them right in the crease. So even though this is an all matte palette, I have a hard time doing an all matte eye. I just love to have a little bit of shimmer, at least right in the center. So what I'm going to do to add a little bit of pop to this look is use my e.l.f. What is this called? Molten Liquid Eyeshadow in the shade Brushed Copper, which is a really pretty gold. And then I'm going to set it with my L'Oreal Infallible eyeshadow in the shade Gold Imperial. I talked about these in my best of 2017 beauty video. I just love these little shadows. They're so good. And these e.l.f. shadows are nice. They're just a good base to kind of get your look started. You do have to set them though because they stay pretty tacky, so I just kind of use them as a tacky base for my shimmery shadows. So again, I'm just going to use the gold shade on the same brush that I used the green shadow for, and I'm going to pack that right on top. And as you can see, a little bit of the liquid eyeshadow transferred into my crease, but we have to kind of clean up and blend everything back together anyway, so we will take care of that. This could also probably be, if you're trying to be really festive, a good St. Patrick's Day look too. With the green and the gold. Very Irish. In case you didn't know, I am very Irish. So St. Patrick's Day is my jam, and I like to do the whole green thing. So actually, I would probably totally do this for St. Patrick's Day. So I'm now going to go back in with some of those brown shades that we started off with, just mixed together on my brush, and I'm going to blend the crease a little bit more, get this shimmery shade out of there. When it comes to halo eyes, you guys kind of know the drill. There's a lot of reapplication and blending involved. So now that I touched up the crease, we have to touch up the green a little bit because that got blended away as well. And this will help blend the green shade kind of subtly into the gold. What I'm just going to do is retouch the parts that are all green. And then when I get to the gold, I'm just kind of very, very gently patting the edges so that we get a nice little fade. And then lastly, I'm just going to retouch up the golds in the center. I'm just going to use the matte cream shade in here to highlight my brow bone. And then to tie the gold in a little bit more, I'm going to use that on the inner corner just to add a really pretty pop of gold. Guys, I cannot stop sneezing and my eyes are so watery. To tie in some green on the lower lash line, I'm just going to use this Rimmel Soft Kohl eyeliner pencil in the shade Jungle Green. As you guys know, I don't do a ton with shadow on my lower lash line, but I do love a pop of color down there. So this is kind of the perfect way to add a little color without having to add shadow. So I like adding just a little bit of eyeliner so that I still have a pop of color on the lower lash line without it being too much. Just to set that and make it match the top shade a little bit better, I'm gonna just stamp a little bit of this green shade on just an angled liner brush right on the very lower lash line, right where I put it. And I only put it about halfway across my eye. This is also a good way to make sure that your liner stays in place. So this is the shadow look that we have going on. I'm all about it. I love the grain on the lower lash line. I think that tied everything together. Per usual, I'm going to tightline with my L'Oreal Smoldering Cold Eyeliner. Next, I'm going to curl my lashes. I'm going to throw on a few coats of the Maybelline The Falsies Push-Up Drama Mascara. I just started using this a couple days ago and I've been like hooked on it. It has a really nice like rubber bristle wand, which is my preference, and it just separates and lengthens really well. It doesn't add so much volume, so sometimes I add another mascara with it, but if you do a couple coats, it looks really, really, really good. That is just one coat. Doesn't that look awesome? I think it just like spreads them out really nice, adds a lot of length. I love it. I also use this on the bottom lashes because the bristles are nice and small, so it's perfect for that. Oh my gosh. I got mascara on my nose. How do you even do that? So I just went and finished up the rest of my face, blush, bronzer, highlight, all that good stuff. In case you guys are curious, I'll just let you know what I used. I used my Park Avenue Princess Chisel palette for my bronzer. And then I'm on like a Tarte kick right now. I use my Tarte blush palette for my blush. I use the shimmery shade right here, which is called Graceful. And then for my highlight, which, I just love. I just got this from Ulta. It's the JCat Luxe Pro Powder in the shade Pearl Luminizer. It just kind of makes your face look like wet, and it's just gorgeous. This is at Ulta for like $7 or something, so it's a really good price for a really bomb highlighter. And on my lips, I just have the e.l.f. Lip Plumping Gloss in the shade Peach Bellini. I have been really into like just wearing a gloss without anything under it. I think just having a little bit of shine over your natural lip color looks so pretty. I'm really into that right now. So that is everything for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I so appreciate it. If you guys would like to subscribe, we would love to have you. We have so much fun here. And if you guys are looking for any information on some of the newer product releases coming out, definitely head over to our blog, makeupfomo.com. It is always linked down below. We did cover this palette in a post on our website. We really love talking about e.l.f. because we love covering affordable products that everybody can afford, everybody can get their hands on, and it's just such good quality. So I highly recommend this palette. If you can't tell, I absolutely love it. I love the way this eye look came out. All the e.l.f. Matte for Matte palettes are incredible. I can always really appreciate a matte black, and I always love, you guys know, a nice matte cream shade in my palettes. This just has everything you can need. Like I was saying, colorful look, neutral look, it does it all. So like I said, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed, and I will catch you guys in our next video. Bye guys.